be, but better.
There's a lot of aspects where it's like, yeah, this is what they wanted to do with like Halo beyond what they were able to do.
By the way, we're live, pal. Hi everybody, it's Marcus. I'm playing Dragon Age Inquisition, a game that I love a lot. I think this game's great. With Dan and Al. They're here, they're hanging out. I don't know, are you? Real existential hours.
Real existential hours is just half of our lives.
That's true.
Half of my lives when I listen to a fucking John Mayer song at like 3 a.m. and I'm like, wow, this applies in ways that I don't want it to.
I never asked for this.
I didn't. It's like I got blown the fuck out by a John Mayer song at 3 in the morning. I'm like, can this not happen to me?
John Mayer blew my back out.
I don't think John Mayer could actually like blow somebody's back out. He's kind of scrawny looking.
Are you saying that John Mayer's got a little dick?
I mean, I'm not saying that John Mayer has a little dick.
Well, welcome to fucking Marcus's stream, and this is what it is.
Hey, it's not on the main channel. It's fine. I say knowing full well I'm gonna upload this.
We are after hours.
Yeah, after hours.
I mean, if we're gonna talk about terrible things that John Mayer said about his dick, he has said, and I quote, that his dick is a white supremacist.
Yeah, the exact quote? I'm like David Duke with the cock or something like that. Yeah, my dick
is like David Duke. Yeah.
Why?
Like, okay.
What does that mean?
It means that he doesn't fuck black women.
Even though he lost his mind over Nicki Minaj asking if her body would be his wonderland.
To be fair,
like, John, you're musically talented, but let's knock the shit off, please.
John, shut the fuck up, man.
John Mayer has also fucked Taylor Swift and Katy Perry, so really, I mean...
Okay, let's
get in one of those instances, he's doing something right.
So which one dare I ask?
I don't know.
Please don't say Taylor Swift.
No, Katy Perry is the
Anyway, I'm hitting new game now. Okay, so I love
Welcome
the way this game
to new game.
I love the way this game starts, where you push a new game and that building that everyone's marching into just fucking explodes.
Yeah,
that's really good. I like that. Because it's just the main menu, and the main menu just blows the fuck up, and you're like, oh fuck.
Like, that's
this is real.
That's really good.
This dude just found the fucking legendary called Dead Man Walking, and all I can hear in my head is Dead Man Walking. Oh.
You did it now.
Oh no.
And I can't allow. Okay, so I'm gonna play as a girl this time because I've played this game twice as a dude, and essentially the same character. I played as a human rogue both times.
I played as a dwarf warrior the last time, which is kind of funny.
I think I want to go elf mage, either elf mage or elf warrior, because like tiny girl with huge sword is funny.
As long as you don't fuck Solus.
Dude, I'd rather die than fuck Solus.
Good.
Even though fucking Solus makes the end of the game much more like interesting, but fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, it increases the intrigue of it by like a million.
It's like you're supposed to, and I'm like, no, I'm not. Fuck you.
Yeah, I got that when I was an elf. It's like you're supposed to fuck him. It's like, do I have to?
I'm not gonna.
Do I have to sit on his egghead?
I mean, the whole ending
Wait for him to hatch? Is that what I have to do?
Like, that sets up the next Dragon Age game perfectly whenever the fuck that comes out.
Well, yeah, it's like if you
Never.
If you romance Morrigan, it sets up. If you romance Morrigan in the first game, it sets this game up super well.
Which, who the fuck didn't?
Yeah, who didn't is right.
I think one time I played through and I played as I romanced Liliana.
Good choice too.
Okay, so I'm not playing a rogue because I always play rogue.
Be a fucking blood
Fucking
mage.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a
Dwarf
mage.
Warrior is the most fun, or not fun, but funny shit, and I do it in every MMO I'm in just because I want to see a dwarf wielding a giant
Well,
ass
dwarves are
sword.
stocky motherfuckers.
Yeah, Jacob, they are working on it already. The next Dragon Age game, it'll probably be out next year.
Aren't they working on that fucking new thing?
Wait,
The
they are
fuck that
working on
is?
the next Dragon Age
Yeah, they
already?
already like if they didn't announce it, they've been teasing it. So it'll probably get shown off at E3 or at
Scared
Games
online for
at either
that, to be
E3
honest.
or at Gamescom.
I will smash the nut button when that
Well,
happens.
I feel like they started working. I feel like they started working on like as soon as they finished like the DLC for this game, they might have started working on the next one.
But I mean, even then, the DLC is actually, you know, it was. I didn't like the dwarf one where you had to go underground and everything. That one was kind of eh.
Because it was
So,
Trespasser and Joseph Khan.
yeah, Jaws of Khan had way more sustenance to it, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
It had more like meat on its
Trespasser is
bones.
wild.
I mean, Trespasser had a fucking, you know, that boss at the end of it and just the lead up to that final area, that was fucking insane.
Trespasser is like, here's the end of the game.
Yeah, and then Jaws of Hakan was like, just kidding, here's the end of the game. And then there was a third one, right? Or was it just Jaws of Hakan and then Trespasser?
I think it's just the two.
I could have sworn there was one more.
Because Trespasser was the one that was like, this is the actual, like, this is what happens.
Yeah, this is the game.
This is addressing the ending of Inquisition and expanding on it.
Man, I keep wanting to do stuff with the D-pad, and this game is played with like everything you do is with the stick and not the D-pad.
Yep. Be gone.
On thought. Oh no! Ball.
You okay there,
Oh
pal?
yeah, Jaws of Hakan had the whole Black Wolf thing in it. Because that was the end of the game, like officially. It was the Black Wolf.
The Dreadwolf.
Dreadwolf.
The Dreadwolf was Trespasser, wasn't it?
No, the Trespasser.
The Trespasser was
Yeah.
the last DLC, wasn't it?
Oh, there was the
Was it?
Descent, is what Jacob's saying.
Oh yeah, the Descent is the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, okay. Yeah, now it all makes sense. Yeah, it was this. It was Descent, then Jaws of Hakan, and then Trespasser.
Trespasser was the final thing, yep.
Yeah, okay. That I knew there was one. I was
That's
forgetting.
set like a few years after you defeat the big fucking demon dickhead.
The big demon Perseus. Is that what his name is?
Yep.
Yep,
So I have
that
this legitimate
motherfucker.
fear. I've beaten this game before, but like I had this real fear when I played it of like, oh no, what if the final boss sucks like the last games?
Mm-hmm.
It's like
DA2's
I played this game enough that I know.
yeah, DA2's final boss was so ass. It's so bad, dude. Like
I can't even remember
What
DA
was that?
ones.
I remember that one
It's,
fight you do. You fight the big fucking Canary dude on like in the church.
that's the best fight in the game. The game should have ended on that. And you can totally
Yeah.
miss that fight. Like if you just go, nah, I'm gonna sell the pirate. What's her fucking name?
Isabella.
Yeah, if you sell Isabella out, then
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
Everything you've heard, completely true.
you just fight. You don't fight that guy. Like you just miss it altogether, and it sucks.
Yep. It's like,
I
why
literally
would you?
cannot
Isabella
remember
fucking
the
rules.
final boss of Dragon Age 1.
Dragon
I
Age
don't know
1 was
It's
fucking
just it's a dragon.
yeah.
Like it's not even a joke. You fight a fucking dragon at the end of that game.
Dragon Age Inquisition is a game.
Perseus was kind of weird. I don't know that I mean, he wasn't a difficult final boss, but he wasn't like a boring one.
Well, you played as a warrior. As a rogue, that boss is terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, as a warrior, I can just
My
run up and
first
smash
fucking
his whole
class
shit
was
in.
a rogue. Oh, Pachente found that real hero tweet.
Oh boy.
Put that one in the Ian was right folder.
As long as the job gets done, I don't care
That's a
about
pretty big folder, usually.
Yeah, Ian's right about most things.
He's right about most things.
Oh god,
Bungie, I
it's
know
my
what you're
bad.
doing, and like,
Fucking
I get it.
soccer. No!
I just gotta do this one quest, and then I should be ready to go.
By the way, they're playing Destiny, if you're wondering.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we are doing that.
I'm playing soccer over here in the field with some random
Al
normie.
finally got it, so now I have to carry him. Just kidding, he's a warlock.
Bullshit, I'm gonna pull out my flaming sword and carry you.
Listen, I'm a titan. If you die, I can just say fuck all damage and revive you. So it's fine.
Oh, you have this shield thing again?
I don't know yet, because I got this mission to get my shit. And then I'll be with you. Did you look in your vault yet?
My vault?
If you look in your vault, you should have a bunch of emotes. Since you played the first game, they give you a bunch of like emotes.
As soon as I find the vault. Oh yeah, hey, there it is.
If you go to your let's see if you tab over, it should show you.
Oh, I have all my emotes, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't played this game. I've only played this game as a human, so a Canary, like it always seemed interesting to me, but then I always like back out on it because I feel like I don't know. There's a lot of less cool stuff for the Canary.
Yeah, your options get limited.
I love playing as elves because I can relate to their experience because they're basically just fantasy black people.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
No, no.
Just about every game they're like, oh, elves. Ugh.
Well, in fantasy games, it seems to be a thing.
Yeah, elves seem to just be entirely...
Like, even in, like, the fucking Elder Scrolls games, I'm pretty sure they're, like...
Well, yeah, the
elves are
common one
dickheads.
that's thrown around is they go, "Oh, what's up, knife ears?" It's like that's offensive.
Like, that is absolutely not.
Like, even in... I'm trying to think, like, fucking... Even in World of Warcraft and, like, the Warcraft canon side of things, elves are fucking horribly discriminated against.
I want to. Yeah, Jacob pointed out in Elder Scrolls, they're uh, in Elder Scrolls, elves are like super elitists.
Like,
We're gonna eat the sun.
Taurens are horribly, like, fucking... People hate Taurens. I will never understand why.
Like in story, or like people just don't like Taurens in general.
In story and in general, because it's just like, they're literally just nomadic people. Like, they don't bother anyone. They're like, yeah, we're just here to make medicine out of plants and live life. Give us all home.
So the default name for this character is Alana, which is a good name, but let's see
It's a
if we can't.
solid base.
Let's see if we can't come up with something. Y'all got anything,
Kind of
boys?
reminds me of Alanis Morissette.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Fucking rules.
I'm gonna do the same thing I did with my Pokemon stream, which is I'm gonna put my music on shuffle and try and come up with something from that.
That's a good idea.
Alanis Morissette is not bad. I will not say she's good.
I will not accept any Alanis Morissette slander. You've known me
I
for
mean, I'm
years,
not.
El. You know my love for Alanis Morissette.
I
You have a good Alanis Morissette voice.
not as good as
Is
Alice.
Scott Stapp voice?
Alice? Who the fuck's
Who's Alice?
Did I not say Alex?
You said
No, you said
Alice.
Alice.
I meant to
You
say
love
Alex.
stuff.
Sorry, at
Okay.
least you didn't say
That's
Slice.
Slice.
You know, I think my
Alex's
mom
Scott
actually.
Stapp voice ruined my life.
Yeah, it's like the Lord has blessed me with Scott Stapp.
Scott Stapp is in this Discord. Look
Alright.
at
Yeah,
Scott
that was a
Stapp on
weird.
beatdowns and banter.
That was a
Listen.
weird night. Like I.
Well, I'm not getting anything good off this.
Fucking Nookie was just that destroyed me when everyone was going yeah. It was horrible.
Was this when I was gone? What happened? I was
Yeah.
I was gone for
Saturday
That was the night you popped in for like 5 minutes and
I
you're
was
like, hey.
gone for
Saturday night, I
2
think.
days. 3 days. I was gone
There
from
was a night,
Friday
yeah.
to yesterday. What happened?
Yeah, it was Saturday night, and
It was the
missed
night you
some
popped
shit.
in and then like immediately after you left, things started going on.
Yep,
Alright, so
we
I'm not
decided
getting
to play-
anything good from this naming convention, so, that works much better with Pokemon.
As long as you don't name it Nookie.
I did it all for the Nookie. The Nookie. So you can take that cookie.
I have very default female names when I make characters because like I just have female names that I like.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That nobody names their kids, but fuck it.
All my female names are generic. Shit.
Like I usually go for like Lilith or Jade on my defaults.
I'm gonna name her Jolene, cause fuck it.
I mean, my
That's fine.
fucking default is literally just Aeronath. That's because I always play an elf or a dwarf, and it works for both.
Yep.
Like even in fucking Final Fantasy, I play a big ass elf. I don't think anyone
Like
gets
my-
discriminated against in Final. Oh, actually, nope, that's not true. Lalafels.
Are they? Because Lalafells are like dickheads in that game, like in story.
Oh yeah, that's why they get
There's
discriminated
that
against.
one dude who's just a big dickhead.
It's just
Oh yeah, the whole thing.
a race full of Minettas.
The whole. Yeah, it's the whole
God.
fucking thing.
Dan,
with,
did you
like,
see this week's
the-
episode?
Yes, and I fucking
cannot believe
didn't like it.
it's a Minetta episode.
It's an episode where I'm supposed to like feel something on that. I'm like, no.
Like all I got was, oh, Minetta thinks Midoriya's cool. That's all I got from that.
Yeah, he just wants to be a cool hero, but no. Fuck off. You can't make me care about him. I won't. This week should be wild.
Oh yeah. And next week after this, like next week is the last episode of the season, so
That's what I figured.
I know exactly where they're leaving off, and of course they're leaving off there. People are gonna
Should I be scared?
People are gonna be so upset with when it leaves off. Like it's not bad. It's just like, oh, you're gonna hate that you're gonna have to wait for more episodes.
Okay.
Hey, Lord Shax survived. That's good.
Lord Shax is the best Destiny character because it's just like, oh, we'll fucking fight everybody, Guardian. I don't give a fuck about what happened.
Yeah, it's like, I don't give a shit that you're on.
Tell me why we shouldn't
He
be
literally
now.
gives zero fucks
The
about
conclave
the fact
is
that
destroyed.
the rest of humanity.
Oh, I'm just Captain America. That's fine, I guess.
Except for you.
I swear to God, this fucking new subclass is just I'm Captain America.
Oh, do a charging star.
Like, okay. I can!
You think I'm responsible?
I almost did, but then my shit ran out. He like charged it up and I was like, oh fuck, let's go.
I'm gonna do this and see if that works.
What do you mean you
What are you doing?
can't?
I don't know what that is.
Well, I literally have
You're
to,
lying.
but once I'm done with
Man,
this,
Cassandra is the definition of wound up.
Yeah, she's always fucking angry.
I don't understand.
I don't know why
if
she
she's
was my
angry.
choice.
Like, she is heated,
I remember
and like,
running. Things
that's the
chasing me,
the
and
thing
then
about it is that she's totally right
a
to
woman.
be as wound up as she is, but like, breathe.
Yep.
reached out
I don't know
to
if
me,
she's just heat.
but
I wouldn't. Yeah. Now that I think about it, I wouldn't go
Go to the
heated.
fort,
I'd just go
Count Lilian.
intense.
I will take her.
Like everything she does is like at a level of 11 because she's just.
She
Right
never
from the
makes a non-calculated move. She's always like, listen.
Well, I mean, right from the beginning, her entire like foundation of who she is as a person and
Will
what
be
she's doing
easier
is
to show.
entirely fucking destroyed.
Yeah.
Like out of
Yeah.
all the characters in the game, she's, if you really think about it, besides the main character, which is you, she's the most vulnerable character to everything
Yeah.
that's happened.
Because everything that she knows was destroyed right in front of her.
Yep.
Like the thing that
Literally
she dedicated
everything
her
she believes in.
right, she just dedicated her whole life to working for this, and then it gets just demolished.
Yeah, she literally sees an explosion in the sky, and then everything that she holds dear in life is fucking destroyed.
Just the largest. All were
I mean, yeah,
caused
new
by the
character. I
explosion of
haven't
the
played this
template.
game in like 8 months. I didn't want to
Explosion
play
can
the
do
character
This
I
one
beat
is.
the game with.
Unless we act, the breach may grow until it swallows the
I'm
world.
I mean,
sorry.
after not playing the game in 8 months, it's better to start fresh.
I mean, I beat the game with my last character, and then I stopped playing.
Each time the breach
You know, I have to
expands,
say, I
Your
don't
marks
like
spread,
the way that
and it
mages
is
play
killing
in
you.
that game.
it may be
I've
the key to
never.
stopping
I watched my friend
but
play a
there isn't
mage,
much
and
time.
Manny played a mage in this. I think.
I think it's because of the way that the staves or staves are used. It really just kind of grinds my gears
I
a little bit.
understand.
Do like weird like maneuvers with
I'll
them.
do what I can.
Yeah, it's
Whatever
like,
it takes.
what the f***? That's not natural. And you have to do it
What the
because
fuck, Elias Sampson? You can't do that.
What did
what
he
does
do?
Elias Sampson do?
He had Jason Jordan like on the top rope, and he jumped onto the top rope.
They have decided
Like
your
he
vote.
leaped
They need it.
and
From-
landed on the
The
top rope.
people of
So, yeah.
Haven mourn
Oh,
our most
what?
holy, divine justice
I'm gonna
and
hold on.
head
I'll
of
put
the
it in
church.
Discord.
Are you sure Elias Sampson did that?
It was
Yes.
a chance for peace
Look.
between mages and Templars.
Because now I need
He
like
leapt
proof.
and landed perfectly. He didn't even like stumble.
Yeah, I need proof of this.
Look at the GIF.
We
It's in the
laughed out
Discord.
the sky, but
Who
we
wants to
must
leap with
think
Elias?
beyond ourselves.
Damn, Elias got
As he
hops.
He jumped right up
Until
there.
the breach is sealed.
Oh my
That's actually
god.
kind of impressive.
I will say a lot of people aren't improved by going up to the main roster. Elias Sampson has been turned into like
Come.
so much of a better character.
Where are you taking me?
Yep.
Like his making the drifter thing
Your mark
literal.
must be tested on something smaller than the breach.
Just walking around.
Open the gate. We are heading
Yep,
into the
Jason
valley.
Jordan is going to fight. What's
Miz.
his nuts?
The Miz.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Makes
not
sense.
shocking.
It's what they've been building towards for the past fucking 2 months. So. What the fuck is
Yeah, I'm
that?
not shocked.
Were
I
you-
want for for Ms. Tarash to try to get involved and like Kurt comes down and gives both of them an ankle
Houses are
slam.
coming faster now.
I mean, the dude can wrestle.
The larger the breach
So, I mean,
grows,
it's
the
not
more
like
risk,
it would be
the more demons we face.
above his ability to just go out and drop some slams.
They said you stepped out of a rift, then fell unconscious. They say
Ah,
a woman
Nikki
was
Bella
under
is on
behind
Dancing with the
you.
Stars.
No one knows who she was.
Yeah, did you not know about that?
Everything farther in the valley was
Oh, I did. Good for her.
Oh god. Oh god.
Braun
I forgot
destroying
that
him,
bridge
so-
just gets rocked.
Everything gets rocked.
This game, I will say, more than
Stay behind me.
any of the previous Dragon Age games, like 1 and 2, this one moves so fast.
Yep.
Like, it starts so quick. Because, like, Origins, you have to do the whole backstory thing, which I always liked. Like, the elf backstory in 1 is my favorite, where it's like if you play as a dude, you have to go save your cousin and your wife, or conversely, if you play as a girl, you just break out of like a jail essentially.
Oh my god.
But DA2
Like,
Drop your weapon now.
like just starts. Like it's like, hey, Hawk fought a dragon
Yeah.
on the side of a mountain. It's like, when did what? It has nothing to do with anything. I don't even think you level up from it.
Let me go get this. I gotta get this shit.
yeah. Go get that.
I should remember you agreed to come willingly.
I've played this game as other classes, and I didn't want to play as a warrior, so it was rogue again or mage.
Make a
So,
note what we will face.
deal, man.
Your choices.
Mages are fun.
Camp or fighting. We are on our
I mean, like I said, the stave thing pisses me off, but I'll get over that.
I mean,
Watch out!
I like being able to stand back and do stuff, like in because like when I played last time, I played as like an archer.
Yeah, when I did mage, I did fire thunder because I was playing fucking Maple Story at the time, and don't ask me why I was doing that.
Ow, this game came out in 2014. Why are you still playing MapleStory?
Oh god, it's a monster.
Like,
Very
were girls
long
watching?
story.
What happened there?
For girls watching, I don't know what I was doing, man. That was a lot of long. Like,
Listen, I've done real dumb things because girls were watching.
Yes, I've done dumb things to get laid too, but not that dumb.
Nah, not even that. It was just like, oh man, I want that girl to think I'm cool. You never want to look, you never want to look dumb in front of girls. And then I realized that like, the reason girls liked hanging out with me is because I'm kind of dumb. So.
Yeah, but I see. Here's the thing: you just said you don't do dumb things in front of girls. But playing Maple Story in front of girls would be a dumb thing.
Unless those girls liked MapleStory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna find many girls that like Maple Story.
I mean,
Sure you will.
not in 2014,
Actually,
I'm sure.
That's not necessarily true because the art style would definitely lend itself to be like.
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
they
10
like.
years ago.
But yeah, Fire and Thunder is always just a fun combo. You can fucking electrocute and stun them and just unload a shit ton of pain on them. That's why I always hit Fire and Thunder.
Oh god. Oh, hey, hi, how's it going? Back off. Thank you. I will say this one good thing about Dragon Age 2 is that, I like most of the characters in that game.
Yeah, but everything else is bad.
Like,
So.
I like Varric. Varric was so liked that they brought him back.
Yep.
Dang, you don't have access to that activity.
What activity is that?
I like
main
Varric.
story thing.
I love Meryl. I think Meryl's great.
What is
She's like,
it that you're trying to do?
Trying to go to the Tross land.
Yeah, but I think Meryl's great. I think Varric's great. I think, well, because I played as a guy, obviously, so, I think your sister is great for the little bit of time she's around.
Yeah.
Your mom's cool. Like a lot of the characters in that game I like. Like, I like Isabella.
Who's fighting?
Yes.
I think if there's any one character, like, in the party I don't like, it's that fucking, I can't even remember his name, that idiot mage who, like, blows up the Anders. I don't like Anders.
He's kind of a dickhead.
Wait, what did Andrews do again? Because I know he did something shitty.
He blows up the Chantry.
Oh yeah, that is kind of shitty.
He blows up the Chantry and it, like, incites a war in the streets of Kirkwall, and, like, everyone blames all the mages for it. I don't like Anders based off that one thing, Jacob. Like that one thing made like soured my whole opinion of him because it's like he's trying to prove a point, but his point backfires super hard and he skirts all responsibility.
The credit is yours.
Yeah, like that doesn't. Like the whole thing was that they were trying to prevent a war between the Chantry and the fucking mages, but like that doesn't.
Like he just disappears. He does all that stuff, and then to prove a point, he blows up the Chantry. Yeah, he does stand for what he believes in, but he gets a whole bunch of other people involved in it, and then disappears and takes no responsibility for something he caused.
You hold the key to our salvation.
Yeah, I mean, I get the motivation behind what he was doing because in the end he was trying to stand for what he believes in and trying to help. But like,
and you're right, he does. I forgot about that. He does say, "Oh, if you think I'm wrong, then kill me." He doesn't try to like make up for it or anything. He doesn't.
Yeah, and the motive is, I mean, yeah, you kill him, but like if you do, then doesn't that affect your standing with pretty much everybody else?
Here to tell your story to the divine. Clearly, that is no longer necessary.
I'm pretty sure that affects your reputation with the rest of your party if you're just like, okay, you want me to kill him.
Yeah. I think so.
I'm 90% sure that's what happened. So basically you're at a standstill where you either have to kill him for what he believes in, or let him go.
And I think if you
Absolutely not.
I think if you don't kill him, what happens is that, like, if you, like, I think your Hawk's reasoning for not killing him is like, if I kill you, then you become a martyr.
I am pleased that you still live.
But she's not wrong, but still, it's just the whole thing of, you can either kill the guy for what he believes in, you know, he becomes a martyr, and then save face with everybody else, or, you know, it just is what it is.
You should know, the magic involved here is unlike any I've seen.
True, if you don't kill him, people get pissed, but the way I played that game, he blows up the Chantry, and I moved right into the next mission. Like, I was like, let's go, let's get this over with. And the only person whose opinion of me I really cared about by the end of the game was Meryl.
I mean, I don't care about anyone's opinion in the game, really, because I just care more about the story, you know, doing it whatever way I want to do it.
Yeah, Meryl is Mage Tally. Like, she's just Dragon Age Tally.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely is. Speaking of which, you guys play Mass Effect 2, right?
Yeah, of course.
Did any of you successfully get with Jax?
Yeah, it's super easy.
Really?
Yeah.
You just have to love her.
You just have to, like, be there for her, and the first time she offers you the chance to sleep with you, like, she'll be like, hey, you wanna do it? If you say yes, then you blow your chance forever.
You gotta say no.
Like, you gotta...
Especially you have to actually treat her like a lady.
Yeah, literally just treat her like a person. Just treat her like a person and never side with Miranda on anything.
Yeah.
Oh, Miranda's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, the whole game.
Absolute asshole.
And the worst part is, a lot of the time, she's right.
Oh yeah, that's the worst part. Like, she's such an asshole, but she's 100% and totally correct.
Like, it's like, Commander, we should do this. It's like, man, that's not an okay thing to do. Yeah, but I'm right.
Yeah, just do that.
Like, yeah, you are right, but, like, I don't want to tell you you're right, because morally you're not.
Like, you're factually correct, but...
Yeah, it's in the practicality sense of it, yeah, you're right, but in the moral sense of it, wow, you are a fucking terrible person for even suggesting that, Miranda.
Very well done.
Yeah, shoot at me, pal? What are you gonna do, shoot at me? Oh, it's shooting at me.
Threw a grenade at you, actually.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Shooting at me, grenade at me. Point is, he's engaging me.
Also, as a Titan, I can fucking do some cool shit.
So I say this every time I play Inquisition, but
can I do that?
This
I think I
game
can do that, yeah.
visually still holds up really well.
Should have spun a story.
Yeah, I mean, the
Definitely.
combat's a little flimsy.
It's more believable.
That's my only
Or
complaint.
chest.
Your execution.
But like
But I
visually,
hope
this
they'll
game's still like one of like, especially for an early game on this generation that was multi-platform. Like this was on oh god. Like this was on the PS3 and the 360 and it still looks really good.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, my only beef with it was combat. The combat was a little weird and not great, but other than that, it's fine.
I think my only thing with it is that, like, it's fucking big. It's a huge fucking world. It's almost too big.
So much to do, but
Yeah.
you're right, it's like the point where it's an overwhelming.
It's like, I want to play this again, but I don't want to do everything again.
Yeah, I don't think I did everything. I think I just hit a point where it's like, okay, what do I think I need to do to beat the game?
Another rift.
Dan, do
I
you
don't-
see where that captain went?
I don't hate the combat in
No.
this game. I actually prefer it to like Origins' combat.
Oh, I found the captain. I put down my circle.
And maybe that's because I played ranged characters
Oh,
where I
I
could
have
just
a
kind of
fucking shield.
like stand in the back and fire like a turret. But like, yeah, I like the combat in this game a lot. Like not a lot, but like I like it better than other games. Like. Open. I think it's weird that your pause menu is called the hero menu.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's different. Wow, we fucked that captain up, huh?
this away.
I'm coming. I got some homies that were attacking me. But the good part is you know where all this shit is.
One thing
Look,
I
I-
do miss about Origins' style of everything is you had more stuff to do as a mage. Where if you played a mage in Origins, you just you got the transformation magic. And like being just able to just be a big dumb spider is the
Hello,
best.
friends.
Yeah.
After you land.
Oh, there. Excuse me.
I didn't really think that one
Rift
through.
is gone. Open the gate.
I'm not gonna lie. I definitely got a little too excited there. I was like, ooh, explosive barrel, and did not realize you were in front of it.
It's okay, I can fucking do this. Just put up a big ass shield.
Is that like your thing?
You made it. Chancellor Roderick.
It's my circle ability. Like, you have the healing, I have a big ass shield.
I think that's fucking cool as shit.
Fortunately, you
Yeah,
cannot shoot through the shield, which is weird.
Yeah, that's kind of shitty, but I mean everything
I
else.
don't know if I get an ability in which you
I
can shoot
just
through the
saw
shield
the
eventually,
thing that
but...
Vicente put in Discord. And dear lord, why
I
does
did
What
not
do you do?
see it yet, but something tells me I'm gonna be utterly
We serve the most
disappointed when I
holy
do.
Chancellor.
why
Welcome,
does
Captain
Spider-Man
America.
As you well know.
Why does Spider-Man look like that?
Oh, yeah, that thing.
Alex put in there. My
Are
bad.
you Captain America? Oh yeah, you're throwing a shield.
Don't talk about me like I'm not here.
Yeah, Alex put that in the chat, and yeah, like, I don't know if that's real, but I'm pretty, like, it probably is.
He's built like a bad 90s action
We can
figure.
stop this before it's too late.
Look at all these guns.
You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must
Okay,
get to
Daddy.
the temple. It's the
What?
quickest route.
But not
What,
the
that's what people
safest.
call this, that dude.
Our forces can charge
Devram
into
K.
destruction while we go through the mountains.
Call him Daddy.
We
Can they
lost
not?
contact with an
No.
entire squad on that path. It's
They have to, I guess.
Listen to me.
Nothing
Abandon this
still
town
needs to talk
before
on
more
the radio.
lives
I got upset because I heard the Tom Petty song called "Looking for Daddy." I got a
How
fucking
do you
revolver
think
now.
we should proceed?
Nice. I'm a fucking abandoned cellar of this church.
Dunna, 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 dunna.
Oh god, I just
Now
moved
you're
my
asking
ankle and
me
I
what
felt
I
like
think.
a crack in the bone.
You have the mark.
That's fine.
And you are the one we must keep alive. Since
That's
we
alright.
cannot agree on our own,
Ugh.
24, I'm getting old enough where my body will just fall apart eventually.
Decaying.
I say we charge.
Hello, father.
Survive long enough for your trial. Whatever happens, happens now.
Oh, darkness, my
Liliana,
old friend.
bring everyone left in the valley. Everyone.
Thank you.
On your head be the consequences.
Fuck with you again. My fucking arm is itchy.
Re?
Alright, where are we going now?
Where are we going? Oh, we gotta do the main mission now. I think it's down.
Okay.
Yep, it's right. It's right down here. Re.
I'm just gonna follow you.
Yep, it's right here.
I assume you know where you're going. Oh, yep.
Yeah, I have a basic idea of where shit is. You know, shoot at me, sir.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's.
I didn't hate Andromeda, Jacob. Like, I just felt like
I hated Andromeda.
I liked it better than DA2. Like, that's the thing is people were like, it's the worst BioWare game, and then I remind you, Dragon Age 2 exists. I say this as somebody who beat Dragon Age 2. Like, I can see why people didn't like Andromeda. I don't know, I thought it was okay. Like, and that was the thing where when you're coming from a series of like, okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say Mass Effect 1 is like a 7, and Mass Effect 2 is like an 8, and Mass Effect 3 is like a 7.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
But
We must seal it if we have to get past.
I'd say when you're coming from 7s and 8s, a 6 seems a lot worse. Like, I think it's
I would agree with that.
the worst game of the 4, and I think if it had come out now instead of 6 months ago, it would have been a lot better off. But I think it's fine. And especially as a game that is not connected to the rest of that universe, like figuratively and literally.
Sealed, as before. You are becoming quite
I mean, I might go back and revisit it later, like when I'm not playing other games, because I think that's part of what killed it for me, is I had so many new games out.
Plus, you still had Zelda fresh in your mind.
Oh, I was still nutting all over the place about Breath of the Wild. I was like, oh my god, Breath of the Wild, oh!
And I played it after I beat Persona, and after I beat
Can't promise anything, but I'll
after
try
I
my
beat
best.
Breath of the Wild. But it was enough
Yeah.
space in between beating them and starting it, where I was like,
Then we best move quickly. Give us
like,
time,
I could
Commander.
get into it. Because I think I got it.
That's funny.
I got it to, like, I beat Persona at the beginning of May, and I got Dragon Age at the beginning of June. Or not Dragon Age, Mass Effect at the beginning of June.
I haven't touched Breath of the Wild since beating it on hero mode.
Yo, you beat Hero Mode.
Yeah,
I didn't know you
I've
beat
ripped what's left of my hair out. I've been letting my hair grow, so I have plenty to rip out now. I'm no longer a part of the bald son of a bitch club.
On the elevator, it's fine. Here it comes.
This out.
There it is. There's the elevator.
So I don't think we're going to be using that elevator, Dan.
No, I don't think so.
It's like, hey, just call the elevator.
There it is.
That shouldn't be as funny to me as it is.
Look at these nerds.
I do enjoy the little bits of comedy and Destiny manages to put in here. It's like, hey, let's call the elevator. And no.
I mean, you called it, but Wasn't much
Yeah,
left of it.
hero mode was fucking or not hero mode. It's called Master. Way.
I think they'll make another Mass Effect, but it won't be anytime soon. I think they know that people have enough love for that series that people would be willing to give it another try.
Much less clear.
It's just not
Not
anytime soon.
I think
No.
in another
Dragon
3 or
Age is a
4 years.
priority.
Yeah, Dragon Age is the priority right now. Anthem also coming out soon.
Anthem is a thing that I don't.
But I
don't
wouldn't
know.
be surprised if in like 2021 it's like, hey, Mass Effect 4, and they call it 4 instead of calling it 5.
Yeah.
Like, I think they, because like every series has that one where it's like, but they always come back to them. Like Silent Hill has gotten how many chances after getting like killed super dead so many times?
Magic could have drawn on
Yeah.
Like after Homecoming and
not
Downpour
grateful.
and
Whatever you do, don't touch it.
you hate the idea of Anthem? Why? I think it looks okay. Like I think it's the game that Andromeda was supposed to be if it had the right team on it, I guess.
Are we talking about Anthem?
Like
Anthem is, I don't know. What I've seen of it, I don't. It's not very interesting currently, but we'll see.
I think it's gonna run into a real big problem of people look at it and go, oh, this looks like Destiny, and it's gonna go poorly.
It super does.
Because that was what everyone said when they saw it. Like, it looks good, but it looks like...
It legit.
What's going on here?
At this stage, it's a comparison that's to be made. When they show more of it and show Destiny, then yeah.
Well, I think that's the problem people are running into right now is the whole thing that, you know, it's
yeah, that's fair.
Destiny's a separate platform.
Was this vision true?
Yeah, the team on Anthem is the Mass Effect team. You know, Mass Effect's A team, essentially, and like...
Oh no.
Like...
So I guess the other argument to be made there is, you know,
albeit temporarily.
you think maybe they rushed the development of Andromeda to get on with Anthem?
No, they rushed Andromeda out because they wanted it out by the end of the fiscal year.
Yeah.
I still
It
think
was
it's
super
dumb.
rushed.
The end of the fiscal
mean,
year
It
is
was
in
dumb.
March,
It was super dumb, but
and then
yeah.
it came out at the beginning of March.
just running for that. It's fine.
Which one was, even if it was good, that was a bad time for that game to come out. Coming out between Zelda, Nier, Horizon, and Persona, that
Hell
game
no.
was doomed.
It's fine.
Like
What's
Horizon,
gonna happen? Oh.
like, but oh god, I forgot about this demon. Horizon is super good.
It's
but
fine.
It died
just-
a death because it came out after Zelda, but before Nier and before Persona.
I almost made it to the end. This is fine.
Yeah.
I just kind of did that even though we're not supposed to. But it's fine.
We must strip its
It's
defenses,
fine.
wear it down.
Andromeda was a mistake.
Like I said, it was okay. Like you know, I think now that I'm not suffering Breath of the Wild hangover because that was, I mean, that
The
for me
whole
is like,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, Horizon got a lot of hype, but it also, like, it still kinda got buried. Like, it was never gonna take Zelda's spot. Zelda came out and it was all anybody talked about for like a solid 3 weeks.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the whole thing with Breath of the Wild was that audience was, you know, an established series where people had an emotional investment in where the series was going to go.
And it was a game that had been in development for so long that people were just happy that it finally came out.
Yeah, and even then there was, you know, it's on the argument of Zelda that, you know, this game will be very telling. And the game was like, wow, this series of alive and full of life after having almost no life for fucking, what, 5 years?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say... I wouldn't say nothing because they did still have. Let's see, Skyward Sword came out in 2011.
Yeah,
And
I
then,
Oh.
they had, they definitely had,
A Link Between Worlds came out in 2013 or 2014. The Majora's Mask remake came out in 2015. So like they had stuff going on.
As far as new
they,
releases,
yeah, they didn't have like
yeah.
other than A Link Between Worlds. No, they didn't really have much. Oh, Hyrule Warriors also came out.
I mean, I don't really count A Link Between Worlds because it was essentially a link to the past.
It's not though. Like I also thought that because it's similar in its structure and it's a sequel. Like in Japan, I think it's called like A Link to the Past 2. But
I mean, it borrows a lot of the settings, a lot of the dungeons and everything is, but it's given its own little twist.
It's given its own stuff. It's given its own gimmicks. Like it's mechanically.
Yeah, the whole palace thing though is definitely the same thing. Like the dungeons, you still have Swamp Palace, all that shit.
Yeah, but mechanically, it's like its own unique game that you're never gonna. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me, Jake, because I actually forgot that I have to weaken the rift to do damage to him.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, it was an emotional payoff, and it was kind of a validation of, especially for fans, like myself. Like, Zelda was my first, video game. Like, very first. So I have an emotional investment in it. And Breath of the Wild was like, wow, this is everything I could have hoped for, and then more. So, Breath of the Wild from the end is just like, see what they came up with is just fucking incredible. I think a lot of games, like you said, kind of rightfully so, Zelda kind of earned, they earned the hype that they got with Breath of the Wild. For designing a game that masterful and reinventing essentially the way the series works, they deserve every bit of hype that they got. I feel like this elevator's just gonna fall.
It could.
Like, if I was in this elevator in real life, I would be like a 90% chance of death.
More or less.
I mean, I'm just terrified of elevators in general, so not really it.
Do it!
Can you please stop your, seductive dancing over there? Not comfortable, but...
I'll seduce the fallen.
It's not as bad as the sexy Ragnaros dance, but it's, up there.
That's good, though.
Oh,
Whee!
God! Damn!
Where'd you go?
I thought we were supposed to go straight, and I jumped off the edge.
No.
I literally just was like, oh, this is the way to go, and just flew off into the midnight sun.
Whee.
You're a little too happy.
I will say a game that's going to get buried is WWE 2K18.
Oh, absolutely.
You should have fucking gameplay trailer. That game looks like they downgraded the graphics.
Yeah, it looks like a 360
It's fucking
game.
weird.
And it's weird because this is the first time that it's not on previous consoles.
Yeah, it's the first time that they've actually had that Eddie had to spend any time throwing together a piece of shit fucking old gen version. Those versions are fucking terrible. Those versions should not have been allowed to be released because they're barely games.
I mean, I don't think so.
Then where am I?
And it sucks because 2K isn't allowed to make football games anymore, and they're making wrestling games that aren't good.
There's a lot of potential that you can do with a wrestling game, and they don't do any of it.
Okay, that
fucking
Spider-Man
weird.
thing that I just saw.
Yeah, we were trying to tell you about it. Give SNK the WWE license.
Yeah, that'd be fucking wild.
I want to do a Raging Storm with Kevin Owens.
That fucking Spider-Man screenshot literally looks like he's got a
He's got no
Kristen
neck.
Waugh physique. Yeah, it's the Chris Benoit body, and it's
He has like
freaking me out.
WWE All Stars model.
Happy with me.
I'm only saying what I heard.
Like,
I
fuck,
didn't
man, get
That
away.
game should be brought back.
I'm certain Lady
Yeah, that
Cassandra would
should
want
be
to know
brought
who
back. I would agree with that.
Like that game's ugly as fuck, but it played that game's super fun.
With the Lord Chancellor at
Yeah,
what
but
Give
sometimes the
Bethesda
ugliest games are the most fun games.
Okay, wait, Jacob. That idea has legs. Give Bethesda the WWE license.
Todd Howard getting his hands all over the WWE license would be a hell of a thing.
Oh my God, me and Vince, we're gonna have a hell of a time.
God, no.
Um,
I don't know
but
what
yeah,
the fuck
like
we
a
gotta do now.
WWE RPG would rule.
They can do so much with the WWE brand that they don't do.
Give it to Crystal Dynamics, it'll be fine. Roman Reigns Adventures.
Alright, Al, we gotta go to Titan. T-Town.
You got Teton?
That's right,
We
I'm
have to
that
go to the
bot.
moon, basically.
Why are we going to the moon?
Who that
That's what the next mission is.
I don't want to go to the moon, Dad.
Oh, it's too fucking late. We gotta go to the moon, which is like sinking.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I get any new gear? Oh, nothing good.
Okay, we got anything cool in here?
Why isn't my boss texting me at fucking 11:51 at night?
Does the text just say whom?
No, the text does not say whom.
Whomst.
I do not believe that.
Oh, what's up, losers?
Who the fuck's making all that
I
racket
want to
in this
prepare
house?
for travel to the capital for
Hey,
trial.
5, sit down when a 10
Disregard
is
that
talking.
and leave us.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
You walk a
The
dangerous
breach
line of my
is
nuts.
stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
ROH New Japan game by BioWare where you basically play as a new bullet. You know what? That might be fine. Like the Bullet Club gets blown up and you're forming a new
Let me
one.
guess.
Or you're just a
You need my
faction
help.
in New
You
Japan.
have done plenty. Your actions will be taken into
And
account by the
Just
new
make it
divine.
Yakuza. Just Yakuza
Have a
7.
care, Chancellor.
Kiryu
The
joins
breach
New
is
Japan.
not the only threat we face.
Someone was behind the explosion at the conclave. Someone most holy did
I
not
mean, I'd be about
expect.
that.
Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect,
You, and many others.
but not the prisoner.
I
You
heard
know what?
the
I
voices
didn't
in
think
the
I'd like
temple.
Destiny
The
as much
divine
as I'm
called
liking
to
it,
her
but
for
I
help.
really do like it.
So her survival, that thing on her hand, all a coincidence.
Providence. The Maker
Actually,
sent
kinda
it to
glad
us
that I
in our
bought this
darkest
game.
hour.
I might buy it, but
It is good.
I'm probably
So,
gonna
you
buy
changed your mind
NBA
about me.
2K18
I was wrong.
so me and Trask and
Perhaps I
Pinchente can
still
do
am.
stuff with it.
I will not.
I was
Uh,
thinking I was actually gonna buy
We were
it,
not
but maybe
exactly
on the
what we
Switch,
needed
because I
when
need
we
more
needed
Switch
it.
games.
That's
The
true.
breach remains.
Um,
And your mark
according to
I didn't
Alan
realize
Dan,
it was on the
Destiny
Switch
2 is
until I-
indeed good, Jacob.
This is not
Played it
Can't
myself,
confirm.
but everyone that I
You
know
what
that is
this
playing
is,
it says it's a good game.
A writ from the divine.
I mean,
2K
Manny loves
The
it.
authority
Yeah,
to
well,
act.
Manny loved the first game.
As of this moment, I
Manny
Yeah, but
played-
sure,
declare the
Manny had
Inquisition
fuck,
reborn.
loved that way more than I
We
know
will
anyone
close
else
the
did.
breach. We will find those responsible, and we will
I
restore
love it.
order with or without your approval.
Do I though?
No.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against
Boing 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 boing
We
boing.
aren't ready. We have no
So now
leader.
just mantling shit in
no
my
numbers.
inventory because I have so much
And
shit.
now, no
What the fuck
chances.
is Trash talking about?
But we have
I don't
no
know. I'm gonna
choice.
talk
John
to
We
you quick.
must
thoughts.
act now, with you at our side.
What the fuck?
Gone thoughts. Be gone thoughts. Be gone thoughts.
Ooh, Galgun 2 will pleasure the ladies on PS4 and Switch this
We'll see
winter.
how this goes.
That is all we ask.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
Galgun is a game getting a sequel, and I'm not sure why that's something, but
It's
okay,
not a
I guess.
sequel. It is a third game. It already had a sequel. The first Galgun
It's
came out
called
like...
Galgun 2.
Okay, that's weird, because it's Galgun, which came out in 2013, then Galgun Double Peace, which came out last year.
You know what you do in that game? You do it. you gotta, yeah. Hmm. Speaking of podcasts,
Oh no, okay.
Well, raspberry iced tea. I know it's a random thought, but I enjoy it.
Speaking of random
Free.
thoughts, I need Gatorade, and I have none.
Speaking of random thoughts, I forgot to train my staff how to make one of the new menu items that starts today, so that's good.
oops,
Yeah, I
and
forgot
fall
to
in the
train them
fucking scary ass water.
Yeah, that water is really weird.
I love the hive.
Yeah, I forgot to teach them how to make what's essentially Big Mac sauce.
Make that sauce.
Sauce.
Don't get
It
lost in
literally
that
tastes
though.
like Big Mac sauce, which I guess is...
The Big Mac sauce just like
I can tell you
ranch
exactly
and
what it is.
ketchup.
Nope, it's mayo, mustard, ketchup, pickles, and onion.
Yep, just mixed together and
Man, I love
bullshit.
this scene with Cassandra walking up and you guys just like standing around like cool guys.
Yeah, the cool guy scene.
Yeah, with
Then
you
just walking up
like,
here like fucks up bitches.
yeah,
It's just
procession of cool guys.
You gotta
why?
punch. What?
I thought you told me to punch.
You gotta punch through the flesh.
Punch through the flesh. Oh
It's
no.
like weird. Well, he did the thing, didn't you?
Oh, hey, I've got this coat on that I
Yeah.
wore the majority of the last game with a different
Remember
character.
that thing you told me not to do, Dan?
Boy, you did it.
Boy, he did it.
Yeah, I fell into the scary ocean because this ocean is quite frightening.
Can't you not swim in that game?
Yeah,
Oh, hey,
no,
it's Solus.
no.
I'm not gonna fucking talk to him.
Egghead, egghead.
I'm gonna hang out with Sarah
Egghead.
when I get her.
Sarah is a better option.
Sarah's a much better option.
Record, am I the only one that talks to Sarah like this girl fucks?
Oh, that girl. Well, she does. Like, that's not even like a thought. She
That's
does.
my
Everybody
favorite.
in that game
That's my
fucks.
favorite thing about her.
Oh,
is
boy.
this girl fucks.
Iron Bull fucks.
Iron Bull
Holy
absolutely fucks.
Iron Bull is like the definition of that guy fucks.
Thank you for hurrying with the potions.
Do you sell armor? Can I get some goddamn armor?
Like if you talk to Iron Bull and the
My
first
man.
thought you have is this guy fucks. Like
He does. He fucks.
Oh
yeah,
man,
he says it too. He's like, yeah, I'd like to have sex.
I like
what
to
I do.
fuck.
I
Yeah, me
like
too.
to party.
Especially when you get to fucking Skyhold, I think it is.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
Turn the
sitting
whole
at the
castle into a big ass orgy.
Yeah, that's literally what he does. I love the mission, or like the meta of just turning that fully restored, for the record.
If I had to listen to any 2 or 3 Bioware characters joke around, who'd it be? Give me Garrus and Alistair.
Cinnamon Panther.
That seems like good banter. Or Morrigan and Miranda.
Morgan and Miranda just fucking insulting each other for
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Morrigan, Miranda,
I
and
voted
Jack.
for Garrison Iron Bull.
Morgan and Jack would be a good combo.
Shepard, aren't you gonna do anything about them teaming up on me? Hey, well, Miranda,
Yeah.
Phrasing.
Yeah, Iron Bull and Garrus is perfect because neither of them gives a single fuck.
Garrus is just Jason Todd, like.
More or less.
Especially, like, oh, yeah, I can't
Does it trouble you?
spoil. Well, actually, that's like fucking 10-year-old spoil.
Oh, so you're gonna spoil Mass Effect 2? That was exactly what
Yeah,
I was
where you just
referencing.
made up for Garrus. He's like, hey, Shepard, what's up? I'm just getting shot at. No big deal. It's like, alright. It's
What's
Garrus.
important is that
Garrus
the mark
doesn't even
is
give
now
a fuck, and
free.
he's just surrounded by literally everybody.
You've given us
He's like,
time,
Jesus,
and
Shepard, it
so
took you a
less
while.
than
Like,
the second attempt might
and I
succeed,
love that reveal.
provided the mark has no
Like,
power.
I know
he's
what you
like,
mean
oh,
by,
I
like,
completely
spoiler,
expected
Level of
you.
power used
but,
to
like, the
open
reveal
breach
that
in the
Garrus is
first
Archangel,
place.
like,
That is
rules.
not easy to come by.
Like, the minute they described him, you could almost be like, I feel like I know this guy.
I know who this is.
Good to know Garrus is alright. Unfortunately, he has taken the stick out of his ass and is now proceeding to beat other people with it.
Like, Garrus is just, like, I don't think Garrus was in 3, was he? Or...
He isn't. He's not a party member, but he's around.
He's somewhere doing
Yeah, that's the
something.
only thing that sucks about that is it's
Pretty much
not...
everybody is around, but you can't do
Yeah.
anything with them.
Like, you can, if you romance Jack in the first game, you can make out with her exactly one time. It's so weird.
You've met
Because, like, you help her
Just like
out with
whenever you
something,
feel it.
you help her save all her students, and then you go and you're leaving after saving them, and the Paragon thing pops up, and it's like, oh, what's that gonna tell me to do? It's like, oh, it's a Mac on Jack button.
You just heard the entirety of it.
God bless.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
Fuck you, nerd.
My position here
Oh yeah, yeah.
involves a degree
He's
of-
like, oh yeah.
She is
When
our
when
final.
Garrus gets shot, and he's like, it's fine. The chicks dig the scars.
Yeah, Garrus is, like, the most metal party member you have.
I mentioned that your mark needs
And then
more
he,
power.
one of your options of things to say to him
which
is
means
like,
we must approach the rebel mages for help.
gee, Garrus, I always knew you were ugly.
The Templars could serve just as well.
Yeah, he rolls with it, and he just basically says, well, you're not fucking
Enough
pretty
magic
either.
poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress
I consider
the British.
Garrus, like,
We
the
could-
king of
so
banter in that
Pure
entire
speculation.
first 2 games.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has
Although,
denounced the Inquisition.
I mean, Miranda's got some pretty good banter too, but I also just don't like her as a character.
Dan, was it you and I was talking with? Was it you I was talking about Miranda with? Where it's like they literally just put a
The
bunch
thickness
of
is put.
shit. Yeah, but also the fact that the way they did it was they put all those hexagons on her ass.
Chancellor Roderick
Yep.
doing, no doubt.
Literally, it's
Here it
been-
is. Here's the ass.
Approaching the mages
Like, my problem with her is that, like,
currently out of the question.
she's so... I don't like the fact that she's more, like, in the...
No words.
Yeah, it's
Iron
like
Bull
when
and
you
my
say
Dorian
God.
it,
do
it's
have
like,
good banter.
Just how
Dorian
far
is
they
good
fell
banter.
Van Drosten.
Man, this
People
this
saw
wide
what
shot's
you did at
weird.
the temple, how you stopped
I
the
need to get
witch
out of this
from
stupid
growing.
coat.
They have also heard about the woman.
This was
who
not
you
built for an
when we
elf.
first found you. They believe that was unjust,
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading,
which we have
Can't
not.
get past my big ass wall.
the point is everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it?
Fuck my
How do you
life.
feel about that?
Recommended power 50. That's probably why we're otherwise not going that well. But hey, fuck it.
I'm not sure how
Yeah,
you
fuck
time.
feel.
The
Guess who's
Chantry has
Captain America
decided
now?
that
It's me.
for you, it seems.
Fucking
People
nerd.
are desperate
it's
for a
me,
sign
it's
of
me,
hope.
it's DDP.
For some, you're that sign, and to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
I'm gonna reload this grenade launcher and fucking blow the shit out of your brains, buddy.
Okay, so it's just not made for female elves, cause like look, like it makes her proportions really bad. Like her hands look huge, her arms look terrible.
She's got some issues.
They aren't more concerned about the breach? The real
Fuck off,
This is
nerd.
gonna sound
They do know
quite
it's a
terrible,
threat,
but I did not
just
realize
don't
that
think we
Bailey
can
was
stop
fucking
it.
thick.
The Chantry
How
has
did you
told
not
everyone
notice
who
this?
it was.
What?
There is
I
It was
just...
more apparent in NXT than it was now.
Boy, was it.
has
Oh, it was super
I
apparent when
rem-
she did the Vince walk down to the ring tonight.
I remember when she first showed up, everyone was like, "Jesus, who's this girl?"
NXT was a time.
Who early NXT?
You don't think I could be
Was a
champ?
time for some good
Was
gear.
it really that apparent when she was
Yeah,
in NXT?
go back,
NXT, absolutely.
dude.
Like the gear she had back then, it was hello.
Hey, 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 hey.
Opportunities to expand the
Well,
Inquisition's
good
You
to know
gotta
that Bailey
stop
has
all
always
that.
been down with the thickness.
We gotta destroy these eggs.
That's not a good follow-up after what we just got done
That's
talking
what we have to
about.
do.
Stacks destroyed.
We gotta destroy 22% of the sacks.
Well, I'm
Can
shooting
you?
the sacks.
Fuck off. Goodness gracious.
I don't like the fucking bullets on my revolver ricochet.
Never seen that before. Oh my
We were
god.
talking about Bailey, Jacob.
The
Yeah,
thickness
Bailey.
of Bailey. A
Like, it was-
thesis by me.
Yo,
I don't know
Scout
if it
Harding.
was just like because of the fucking I don't know if it was just the contrast of her wearing a black shirt and then the bright colored pants just like brought it out or like what.
Welcome, my son.
But it
Welcome
was
to
just
thickness. Holy fuck!
the thickness has never been like more apparent to me than it was just now.
Thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. Why am I over here?
I think she's thicker than 2 bowls of oatmeal in that picture.
2 bowls of oatmeal.
Yeah. Which is pretty thick.
Girl, yes, Scout Harding should be a party member in the next game. Absolutely. Scout Harding rules.
Yeah, I love Scout Harding. She's everywhere. She's like, yo. It's like, hey, this shit is fucked. You gotta unfuck this shit.
Yeah, just flirt with her harmlessly and then never let it go anywhere.
Yeah, that
Oh, yes.
sucks. Like, why can't I flirt with her?
Like there's a
Fuck.
scene,
You can
but
literally
nothing
flirt
happens.
with her and she just no-sells it. She's like, oh, well, that's
No.
good.
No, she sells it, but
She absolutely sells it.
Dan, it just blew my whole shit up.
I don't know where the fuck I am. It respawned me in a weird fucking place.
Like I think she
Yeah.
is, but she isn't. Like she's like that weird. She's like
I don't. It's not fully romanceable.
She's like Kelly from Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, like she's there, but you can't really do anything with it. I'm gonna jump off the edge.
Herald of Andraste.
Because I don't know where the fuck it put me, and it confused the shit out of me.
We know what you did at the breach.
Yeah.
It's odd for a Dalish elf to care what happens to anyone else, but you'll get no backtalk here. That's a promise. Inquisition Scout Harding.
There we
at
go.
your service.
Are we back?
All of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
Yeah, Scout Harding
I can't say I
is.
have. Why?
I love her because she just is like very matter of fact. She's like, well, there's a bunch of fucked up stuff going on here, but it's alright.
Yeah, there's like blood mages and shit, but whatever. Who gives a shit?
Worry about those stories that everyone's heard.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I mean, there's some blood mages, there's some real
only say you're the last
fucked up
great
stuff,
hope that
but
There might be a dragon.
Oh, wonderful.
Also,
Yeah, that's
walking
like
into
a-
dragons in that game is fucking horrifying.
Fixing things.
yeah, it is.
Because
And
you
it
can
happens.
just go into an area you're not supposed to go into at a certain level and just be like, there's a fucking dragon.
Oh my god, I actually didn't know that. If Kelly survives Mass Effect 2, she commits suicide.
What the fuck?
We couldn't get to Dennis.
Wow.
Maker only knows if he's even still
Wow,
alive.
wow,
Doesn't
wow.
that do
Mother
that?
Giselle's
That
at the
sucks.
consulate
That's
helping refugees
fucking
in
harsh.
Our latest reports say
Oh,
that the war
Jesus.
spread there too.
I mean, Mass
Corporal
Effect
Hale and
2
Armada are
is
doing what they can
that-
to help protect the people, but
Well, Mass Effect don't pull no punches, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like the only Mass Effect that doesn't really end in a fucked up kind of way technically is 1, because 2 and 3 had fucked up endings.
No, 1 ends super fucked up.
I don't remember how one ends.
Okay, so one of like 4 things can happen in 1. Like, you can just convince what's his name, Al, the Turian.
Fucking begins with an S, doesn't it? And it's some fucking evil sounding name, I know that.
Scourge?
No, it's an SA name.
But that guy, whatever, we'll
I can't remember it.
It's gotta come
Saren.
back to me.
It's Saren.
Saren, yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, Jacob.
Did it.
It reminds me of sarin gas, that's why I was trying to think of it.
But Saren, you
I
can
can jump so high.
If you're Paragon enough, you can just talk him into killing himself.
Just kill yourself, dude. It's fine.
No, like straight up, like if you talk to Saren, if you're Paragon enough, you'll convince him that you'll like be like, you're being controlled, and he'll be like, you're right, I can't undo it, but I can stop it, and he'll just like kill himself.
Say, well, solve that issue.
Yeah, I mean, the entire thing's fucked up because you... Yeah, there's so much that's fucked up in that game, but I think 2 and 3 have more fucked up than 1 does.
2's is more tense and dire, but like if you can be like, hey, I'm gonna sacrifice the council, cause like, fuck these nerds. Especially at the time if you're like, especially at the time if you don't know that Mass Effect 2 is a thing. Like if you played Mass Effect 1
I'll be right back.
when it came out, you're like, whatever, I don't care about this council.
Yeah, I sacrificed the council because morally they were wrong. If you think about it in the grand scheme of things, they were wrong. They didn't give a shit about humanity, so why should everyone else try to save them?
Right. And if you don't know that Mass Effect 2 exists when you play Mass Effect 1, like you'll just sacrifice them. And like,
yeah,
when you really think about it, it's like, hey, we saved people, but like all these other people had to die. Like, it's like a hollow victory either way, where somebody has to die for other people to be saved, which is like the core theme of that game. It's the core theme of that series. That's how Andromeda starts.
Yeah, that's the core theme of the series, is basically what would you be willing to give? That's the question that's asked every time you end that game. What are you willing to sacrifice?
It's like Full Metal Alchemist. Like Full Metal Alchemist is like, hey man, in order to gain something, you have to lose something. And Mass Effect is like that too, where it's like, in order to gain something.
The problem with 3 though is that there's just nothing to gain at all.
Jacob, you're the second person I've interacted with who killed Rex. My friend Sarah, accidentally killed Rex because she tried to play it too in the middle, and so her Renegade and Paragon were both too low to do anything. So Rex just died.
Fuck.
Like she had no choice. She had to fight him.
I saved Rex.
I also saved Rex.
That's because even though, like, Rex is an interesting character, like, he's not the, morally he's not the best person, but, I mean...
He cares about his people. His people are dying, and that's what he
cares
cares about.
People, and he cares about you as an ally, which
we are victorious once more.
You get that trust from him if you go, you help him.
And he cares about Tally, which is weird.
Yeah, it's really weird considering, I mean, the Krogan are pretty much known for not liking any race of people. And, rightfully so. They had fucking genocide committed against them. I just don't like Solarians.
All Solarians except for Morden are like bastards.
Fucking Solarians.
And like, Morden's not a bastard because he knows he's done horrible, god-awful, unforgivable things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My man was arrested, but he's the one that has the clinic, right?
Yeah.
And 2, yeah.
You are correct.
Yeah, and he's trying to atone for it by treating 6 citizens. I think there's also a point where you can literally reverse the genocide, or the whatever it is.
The genophage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He will literally give you the option to do it, and I do it. It's like, why not?
Gotta kill this nerd.
Oh, guess what? Here goes fucking slicing.
Slice his ass.
Oh, he ran away, so I sliced half of his ass.
Dan, do you remember what we talked about on the podcast? Other than the news?
Talked about our weeks. We talked about.
But like, what did we talk about in those weeks?
I talked about Destiny. You talked about
I talked
about Yakuza.
Yeah.
I forgot what you talked about. You talked about Fullmetal Alchemist. You talked about.
Yeah, Trastny just needs a description.
Basically, like, yeah, talk about, we talk about Nintendo Direct. Talked about just random news that we saw in video games and media.
They want to execute me, and you think I should just walk up to them? You are no longer alone. They cannot imprison or attack you.
I forgot how French some characters in this game are.
You needn't convince them all. You just need some of them to...
So yeah, that doesn't surprise me. They're developing Mass Effect was done by the Canadian branch, right?
I think so. I think it's...
I'm pretty sure it's BioWare Montreal. Could be wrong.
That makes sense.
You make it sound simple.
Yeah, it's BioWare Montreal, I remember that. Yeah. Or what was formerly BioWare Montreal, because I think they got, like, absorbed or something after all that shit with Andromeda.
As they will listen to no other. You could build the Inquisition into a force that will deliver us.
Look, it's the big boy.
Yeah, Orlais is basically French. Orlais is so French, it's like it blows my mind.
Who will be amenable to
And it reminds me, like, I don't do the distant French part of my lineage any justice, because I took Spanish in high school, because I was like, hey, I'll use this more, and then I don't ever use it.
Corporal Vale is coordinating the Inquisition's efforts in the area. We should speak with him.
God, I forgot the ending of Origins. Dragon Age Origins is like fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, of the many endings, like, it's the one where you have to impregnate Morrigan and have, like, the archdemon's, like, soul inhabit the unborn baby, and then Morrigan just has to, like, raise the baby on her own.
Yeah, and then that kid
This
is
fucking,
back.
like,
That
devil
kid,
baby.
And that kid is a major plot character in this game.
Yeah.
Like, that kid is actually important to the plot of this game, and it's
And, like, I think, like, if you don't do it, Alistair, like, does it instead.
Yeah.
Cause if you say no, they're just like, fine, just fucking bring me Alistair, then he'll do it.
It's basically...
Somebody's got it.
Somebody's putting this horrible demon child in me. It's gonna be you, it'll be somebody else, so...
Oh, sir, help. Please help my wife.
It's very thick.
My wife, she's terminally sick.
No, this guy just said, hey, anyone, please help my wife.
Please help my wife, she's terminally sick.
What's wrong with your wife?
It's never not going to be a thing. You curse yourself by saying that, Marcus.
Oh, I did say that.
Yep, you're the
What
one
is the
that
level of
pleasing my
thickness you
wife.
have to be considered terminally thick?
We're talking
2
like daily
Jordan
thick,
Graces.
really?
Man, Jordan Grace's definition of terminally thick.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, goodness gracious.
Good
If
golly,
I died
Miss
by
Molly.
her thighs crushing my head, I would die happy.
After hours.
Have you seen half of, like, the tweets she responds to? It's pretty much all that.
It's literally... It's like that times 10. That's like the most tame
Like,
thing she's probably
Twitter is
heard.
great because she's just like, well, that's weird, but okay.
One of my friends tweeted the phrase, Jordan Grace is thicker than ECW's Mountain of Debt in 2000. And she just retweeted it and laughed.
I mean,
She's great.
she knows what she's about.
She's just wonderful.
It's down with the thickness. I mean, yeah, it is after hours. It is after midnight, so these are the things that we say after
This
midnight.
is the after-hour stream.
That's,
I've always
oh
gone
yeah,
back and...
Marcus wasn't there for that, but like in the beginning of Wrestling with Words, we had After Dark.
Oh, I
That
heard
was a
about
mistake, though. That was just like a denizen for people to share weird shit that no one asked about.
Yeah, this is
First
going.
it started on.
This is
first it
going in
started
its
off
own
wholesome.
playlist. Like this stream and any other streams we do after other ones are gonna go in ADV After Dark.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Like this, it started off wholesome because
Have we
like,
said
hey,
anything bad, like, so far? We're just talking about thickness now.
yeah, we were talking
Captain
about
America,
people
bitch, what are you
being
gonna do about it?
Which is fine.
We could do this, too. Woo.
Really thicker than April. That's my favorite video, just because of how like composed the person that's reading that has to be.
Girl, you are thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
No, have you ever seen the whole context about it?
No.
Yes.
He's okay. So he's not saying that to her. He's saying that to a plainclothes cop who's like investigating him. And he looks at her and goes, "Girl,
It's
you're
even
thicker than a
better.
bowl of oatmeal."
It's even better.
I don't know how you could like interrogate somebody and then have them tell you you're thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. You're like, how? Where do I even go from there?
Oh my god!
Yeah, motherfuckers.
Forgot about the exploding shanks. Well, thanks for these orbs of light. Appreciate it.
I love that I can just charge in after people and fucking swing a sword at them.
Access these thick systems.
But yeah, back to talking about After Dark. Like, it started off actually okay, and then
No, it didn't.
got, like,
Within the first 3
No, it
minutes
didn't.
of
It
this
got
stream, we were
horrible.
talking about John Mayer's.
No, he's
junk
talking about the...
in 5 minutes.
yeah, but that's not bad.
Is it?
It's not great.
Isn't it?
It's kind of bad.
In the context
Given
of
the
all other
context
things-
of what it was.
Fair.
in the context of everything else we said, it's pretty tame.
No, you never know what'll
Damn
happen.
it.
But like Wrestling with Words After Dark, like started off okay for like the first week.
Did it though? I mean, I'm pretty
Jacob,
sure it was
you
bad
do see
the
that
whole
kid in this
time.
game. He's in when Morgan shows up. When Morgan shows
God
up,
bless
you
her.
do see her. You do see him. He's hanging out with her, and spoilers. Another character from that game shows up, and it's like, "Hey, taking the kid, bye," and you have to go on a whole mission to save him. It's like
That is...
it's
yeah.
in it's in like the end of Act 2, beginning of Act 3 of this game. Like,
Mm-hmm. But it was
You know,
fucking
I
wrong.
think, now that I think about it, I think After Dark was also when we started to come to conclusion about Bill, where it's just like, yeah, this guy fucks.
He does fuck.
Like, that was the first, like, when Bill chimed in on that, and we were all like, oh god, don't show Bill this, he's a wholesome family man, and then Bill got in there and he's like, listen, I'm
He
gonna
was
tell you
never a
something
wholesome family man, though. He always said some weird
yeah,
shit.
but we, like, thought he was, and then he's like, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something about fucking,
Yeah,
and I was like, oh... shit,
yeah, Jacob, Morgan shows up and she's got the kid with her. And she's like, "This is my son," and then something happens and the kid ends up in the Fade, and you have to go save him because his whole existence was a plot by somebody.
Somebody.
Although I think Brady takes the cake for dumbest things said in After Dark.
Brady says a lot of dumb things.
Okay, well, he asked about putting icy hot on your balls, and
No, Brady, Bordy, buddy.
Come on, pal.
Because he's like, has anyone ever done it? Like, what's it feel like?
It feels like
Yes,
death.
at least
Yeah,
high school people. It's
yeah,
what you do in high school.
I did it for $300 in high school, so yeah, it's not great.
They do a lot of things for $300, so I think
Yeah,
you made
I
out
put
okay in that deal.
$300 for probably about 3 hours of punishment.
Oh, worth it. That's
That's
$100 an hour.
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
I
come
know,
on.
right? If I could make $100 an hour now, I'd die a happy man. But
If I made $100 an hour.
Holy fuck!
I made $100
I'm not
an
sure
hour.
what I did there.
I don't know. You like went in.
Because
Like
my
a fucking-
L2 like absorbs damage, and then I let go of it, and I just kind of explode. Did you hear that shit?
Yeah, I heard that.
It's
Fucking,
these things.
oh my god.
The
No.
things that explode, and it's horrible.
Get away, get away, get away, way, way, get away, get away, get away, way, way, get away, get away, get away, way, way, get away from me, Normie Ree. I heard the fucking shrieking, and I was triggered.
I wish this shield was. Oh my god.
I almost have my super, so I can go up there and fucking slice and dice some nerds. Alright, let's
I
go.
think we're okay at this point.
Sorry, taking a second. I have to send a message really quick.
Want to trade fisticuffs? There we go.
Both of my two favorite video game characters are named Morgan, so there you go.
Oh yeah,
That is
Morgan.
a good
Morgan.
name. Morgan and Morgan.
So the voice actor of the kid is Morgan's actual son. That's actually pretty
That's
cool.
fucking awesome.
That's rad as shit.
I didn't know that. Okay, we need someone to play your son. How about my son?
I need someone to play my son. How about my actual son?
Al, where are you? There you are.
Right here, bitch.
We gotta punch our way through the hive.
Punch
Whatever
away
the
through
fuck.
the flesh again.
Look, it's clogging up this shit. Power scrubbing by punching the shit out of it. Ready for platforming? 'Cause that's what this whole section is.
Probably
Platforming.
not. You know what I'm not ready for? That sound that I just heard? Sounds like death. Like when I die, I imagine that's the noise I'm gonna hear. Just...
What the hell? Oh, this is the thing with the thing. We
I think it's the thing, the
Stuff
thing.
where the guy
No.
does the thing.
No, when you go into the house and it's like, oh, hey, bro, or whatever. It's the thing that's with the... It's like a note from this guy's brother or something. Where is it? Yeah,
Shit.
a letter in an empty home.
I almost
Brithis.
missed the ledge.
Yes.
I know you escaped with the other mages. I know you'll come here. Father
No.
told me if you were
Ow,
straight, he'll
ow.
let you down himself. If you're here, you know he's dead. But I'm not. I'll be killing his
Please.
apostates and waiting for you at Old Phoenix.
Killing
place to
some
the north.
fucking apostates.
I've got Father's sword and my true brothers in the Templars. Come if you're
Fuck.
man enough.
Are you kidding me?
Man, I should probably help with that.
Ow.
It's fine.
Quest map.
There are not many good things about Dragon Age 2, but there is the one good thing when you do this quest and you have Isabel in your party. And it's like about like these apostates who are also like they work like a brothel or something, and she goes, apostate prostitutes, apostitutes, and that is the funniest fucking line in that game. Because she laughs so hard at her own joke, and it is the best fucking thing ever.
Any honorable mention goes to any and every time you have Meryl and Isabella in your party at the same time. Because
Yep.
like it's just Isabella actively trying to corrupt her.
Yep, it's so wholesome. She's like, hey, let me tell you about this stuff. And she's like, no, please.
Yes, Jacob, that's what that means.
Isabella, underrated.
The Inquisition can
Help.
find some way to help these people.
Where the fuck are we going? Oh, over there.
It's weird because Isabella is in Origins and she's like she looks like a different person in 2.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah. Oh.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What? Are you?
What are you
I thought you were yelling about the noise.
Well, that too, but... Alright, hold on. Let me make sure I fucking get up here. Fuck. Stop fucking giggling. It's not funny.
There's wizards. Remember those? Remember wizards?
It's the wizards.
Back.
It's the fucking wizards, isn't it? I don't know why I suddenly got that really, like, shitty. Shitty? Shitty.
Shitey.
Shitty.
I don't remember
Shitty,
that
mate.
character. I want like half the characters from Origins to come back. Like Alistair shows up in 2. Alistair shows up very briefly in 2 because he's like, "Hey, I'm the king. Hey, I hear you're doing good work. Good job." And then he leaves. Like I think you get
He's like,
something
"Yeah,
from
bye."
him, but like, and that's it. But like, oh hey, this guy's super dead. Oh, what am I gonna do with this fucking sword? Oh, that's the brother. Okay, quest complete. What's up, losers? You want to fight?
Oh, I'm about to lose my super anyway, so fix that for her, Robbie.
Hey, I don't know if you know this, but you're on fire. Mage fights are so stupid. I love them.
I like being on fire.
I love death and dying.
Yeah.
Love dying and being dead.
Both of those things speak to me on a spiritual level.
Ooh. Ooh.
I don't even want them like in the game like they're all party members or anything. I just want them to be like make some of them playable. Again, like bring back Isabella because she's great. Like give me Isabella and Fenris back as party members. Cause like Fenris is great because he's a huge hypocrite. Like he hates mages, right? But he didn't always hate mages. And as a matter of fact, he started to hate mages before they imprisoned him. Because he couldn't do magic. Like, him hating mages because mages, he was enslaved, that makes perfect sense. Okay, yeah, hate them. But, you hated them before that because they could do something you couldn't. And now this is just, you've been given a justification.
Oh, exotic armor. Oh, nice.
Yep, just fucking hands you some exotic shit. Here we go.
How about that?
Here you go. Here's your shit.
I'll be right back. I gotta take a leak.
Okay, go confront Tanner in Redcliffe Village. What did you do, Tanner?
What didn't you do?
Redcliffe Village should be just ahead.
Varric, Alistair, Iron Bull, Dorian, Isabella, and Meryl all being characters in the game? Yeah, but all being party members at the same time is overkill.
The village is off limits. There's been too much fighting between Templars and mages.
Too much banter. The banter singularity.
But like that's like too much in terms of like like that level of strength is so overpowered. And I honestly think that that they'll never make I don't think Alistair will ever be playable again. Will ever be a party member again. Like Alistair is a king, especially because he's the king now. Like, what? Like, canonically, by default, he's the king.
What the fuck? You look wild.
Who, me?
You got wings. I have stupid arms. Look at my stupid arms.
Yeah, I got fucking wings. I'm glorious.
I got like Domino's Doritos on my arms.
Domino's, Doritos, same difference.
I got Doritos on my arms.
Ow!
You have fucking Doritos on your arms. I don't know why that's so funny. It's just like, you got fucking Doritos on your arms.
You got big ass wings. I got some Doritos.
Spent on all this shit in my inventory that I don't need. Give me some of that fun. Yeah, you literally have fucking Doritos on your arms.
Since the Renegade Templars
Wild.
faced a mage of any talent.
Oh, I guess we should go do that event, huh?
People melee me, they explode, so that's fun.
When I
Demolish the
aim my
wall.
weapon, I just float.
That's true. He can also just be a gray warden, but I think by default, like, because when I played DA2, I didn't import anything, and he shows up and he's the king. So I think by default, Alistair like becomes the king. Like, the default world state is Alistair becomes
Yeah, you
king
did it.
at the end of Origins.
Yeah, leveled up.
And just so they don't have to interfere with that, I think no matter what he should. Like how Hawk is in this game, but he's not a proper party member. Like, you can't control him. He just shows up and he's around and he's a guest party member. But you can't ever take control of him, you can't ever like. Oh, let's go.
Get your loot, Al. Al.
Oh,
Loot from the event. The box.
what's up, fam? Oh, wow.
The fuck did you just find?
Shit.
Found some shit. I found some shit.
Morgan does not have the kid in the default world state. That's interesting.
Huh.
I did not know that. Which means I guess I set my world state so that I romanced Morgan in the first game. Which sounds like me. That sounds like something I'd do.
I mean, who wouldn't? You want me to put a demon baby in you? I mean, yeah, I'll do it. I'm not gonna say no.
That sounds like that sounds like a Chappelle show skit.
I mean, if you were offering, nothing you might refuse.
She said I put a demon baby in her. I didn't put no demon baby in nobody. I got more sense than that. Just run around putting old god souls in children and shit. So yeah, I put the demon baby in Morgan.
Or it turns out.
Alright, so where are we going next, Senpai?
There need a fucking mission somewhere.
Is that orange thing on our map?
That big red thing, yeah.
Big red thing?
Thing that says the Red War.
What's popping off from out? Oh, it's like correct. Someone over here trying to find shit I'm getting shot at. Like, bitch, know your role.
Ow.
Yeah, we gotta do the Red War.
What if I want to do the blue war?
Well, it's fucking Red War, motherfucker. Blue War was last time.
Alright, where are we going?
I'm fucking I hate this goddamn map. I don't like Titan.
By default, the Grey Warden is also dead. Yeah, that makes sense.
This
That's a
way, I
character
guess.
that character is literally too powerful to be walking around.
Aren't the Grey Wardens super dead in Inquisition?
Yeah, well, like by Grey Warden means your character from the
I think
first
there's
game.
a few.
Like there's some in
Yeah.
this game, but like your character from the first game, super dead.
Bandits up ahead.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Anyway, they're blocking the road.
Because like
super dead.
that character has to die because he's too strong to be walking around.
Your character from the second game is actually very important.
Yeah. Because your character from the second game is just a normal dude who's just strong.
They're either stupid.
Oh, there's an event happening here, so we should probably do it.
Like he's
in,
not like
hold on.
he's not like a chosen one or anything. He's just some guy.
Whoa,
If you
that
do
guy's
this rally the flag
he's doing
thing
some
out,
sick dance moves.
Al, if you do this, if you do rally the flag, all your stuff charges. So you get like instant super and shit.
Well, I have him
What's this guy
super
doing?
right now. He's doing some fucking sick dance moves.
I'm unawoken, so all I do is these weird fucking sexy dances.
There is a Grey
Oh
Warden.
god. Oh my
Yeah, there's
god.
a whole thing in this game with like Grey Wardens not like with Grey Wardens being on different pages. Like the Grey Wardens are actually a huge part of this game because a lot of them are like caught up in that nonsense and are working for Corypheus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Corypheus basically controls the Grey Wardens.
Why did my sound
Doing
just
some
go
sick
away?
shit.
That's bad.
It happens every now and then in Dragon Age Inquisition.
There we go.
According to my research, the ancient elves.
I think I'm gonna dance too.
If we
Nope.
can find the artifact,
Standing at attention.
it may help strengthen this area
So
against
salute.
chaos.
Oh, I thought Cassandra was some guy.
Cassandra, just some guy. What's going on?
Excuse me. That was good.
Witch's ritual. That sounds. Why is it over here? What's up? Capture hex circles and defeat wizards. Okay. Do I have to? Free.
Yeah, that's what that witch
Brace
sounded like.
yourself. Oh my god.
I ain't bracing myself for shit. Who wants some?
They're dropping stuff. Hmm.
Former character. There's a Grey Warden that you hang around a lot in this game who I think is alive at the end of this game. So it would probably be him.
Do not remember. Although when I get meleeed with these fucking Dorito arms, my Dorito arms explode. Oh look, an Abyssal Sorcerer. That's fun. Fuck his shit up. Fuck his life up.
Fuck him up,
Beat his ass.
Socrates.
Jesus. Got his fucking ass beat.
There he is.
Ah! Did it. There's a loot chest. Look at all this shit on the floor.
There's so much shit on the floor. Where's the chest?
Where is the loot chest?
Oh, it's
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
I hate that you start with this ice staff.
I got some big ass helmet.
I got
There are
something.
no you
that I
can straight up.
turn in.
No, there's a guy that's in your that is helping you out with stuff. Who, yeah, you can kind of make him like the interim leader. I remember that.
I am the only survivor of Clan Vernon. I was searching
I think I remember that.
take me in when the breach appeared. Now,
Now we have to go wherever the fuck we're going, which I don't really fucking know, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know where we're going either.
Either?
We're at a...
Oh, I have to go in this cave.
Fuck
That's
off.
my mission right now.
This way, I think.
Alright, listen to Spoiler Captain. You wanna fuck with me?
Blackwell, yeah, Blackwell and Stroud. But like, if you don't kill them, nothing happens. That's essentially what I'm saying.
Captain's being a fucking dickhead to me right now. I'm not having it. Leave him.
I'm not having it, mate. Found the story mission.
Oh, guess I'm
Oh,
not
dead.
having it.
He's
Yeah,
trying
I'm
to
dead.
start this mission.
Just start the mission while I'm dead. It's fine.
Hey, new staff, new staff, new staff. Let's go.
I'm dead as shit, but it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fire staff. I have to be level 6, okay. I justify killing my own main character and going, hey, listen, your story's over.
That's not normal fire.
There's no
Heard
reason
of this,
for
but never seen it before.
well, it's like, how do you
It is
justify
called
killing
Balefire.
Jonathan Joestar?
It
Because
is a form
Jonathan's
of
not important
sympathetic
anymore.
magic. A memory of
Yep.
pain that burns
How do you
in this
justify
world
killing Jotaro in part 5 or in part 6? Because Jotaro's not important anymore. Hawk's story is over. There's no reason for Hawk to stay around.
He's just there.
He's the champion of Kirkwall who sacrificed himself to hold back the breach. His story's over. His job is done. Otherwise, he's just this hanger-on where it's like, oh, I guess he went back to Kirkwall.
Yep.
I don't feel like there's more story to tell with Hawk. Like, I feel like maybe this is just me, but like I feel like
We activate that crystal, it should
Hawk is a character. He does get more story built in, but I feel like his story feels more complete. Like if he just dies there, like if he goes out, like Hawk is a character built around like saving people and other people close to him dying, like your brother or your sister if you play as a girl, but like your brother or your sister, and then later your mom and your dad died off screen. Like Hawk is a character where everyone around him is dead, and like it just seems like that's the natural end to his story to me.
It was wacky shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, well, the Inquisitor is a different story. Because I never played Trespasser. I probably will with this character.
This is wild.
But like at the end of DA2, it's like, all right, you did it. And this game, like DA2 feels very self-contained and final. Like Hawk could have just not shown up in this story, and it would have been fine. Damn it, I keep going up before I need to finish this. But the Inquisitor, I said this when I played this the last time, of that, Dragon Age Inquisition is a game that is, this feels like the game they were always leading up to, right? Where the Inquisitor was always supposed to be the main character, but you needed all these other things, you needed all these other things to happen first in order for that character to make sense. Like, does that make sense?
Sure.
Like,
Yeah,
you
makes
need
sense to me.
you need the events of DA 1 and 2 to happen in order for the events of this game to happen, but this feels like the game they always wanted to make. This feels like where the story was always going to go. Like, they wrote this, it feels like this was written first. Or like the plot of this game was like, okay, we want to do this.
It was always a thought up end goal that they wanted to reach.
And everything else is the how do we get there? Well, we can't possibly do that. We can't possibly do all that in one game. I mean, then like Hawk is a character where they were like, all right, we got a year to make this game.
Just do it.
I feel like you'll be somebody that works for the Inquisitor in the next game. Like, the Inquisition is kind of established as the new government.
Yep.
And so, like, it feels like the way I see it is you probably would be like an agent of the Inquisition in the next game.
Bandits ahead.
Yeah, it'll just be interesting to see how that all goes down.
I mean, they could just you could just be the Inquisitor again.
Which would be cool. But I feel like
I think you could do that.
I feel like one thing they always wanted
to have to do that.
I feel like one thing they always wanted to do with Dragon Age to make it different from Mass Effect was, hey, Dragon or Mass Effect was always one connected story where it was one character, and in Dragon Age you play as a different character every single time. But since Andromeda is a whole new character and everything, why not switch it? Could be cool.
Well, I feel like it almost makes maybe a little more sense to be the Inquisitor again because you already have.
Given the events of what happens in Trespasser, it's like, yeah, there is more to your story in fighting this fucking thing that is slated to end the fucking world.
They are retreating. We must pursue.
Like, entirely.
Right, like the Inquisitor feels like
you almost exclusively dealt with them.
It's this weird thing
Especially
where
if you pick the fucking Romance Solace option.
yeah, the Inquisitor always felt like to me that this is the most important person in the world. Where
Yes.
this is this character's destiny. You were always going to end up here. Whereas you, depending on how you play, which origin you pick in the first game, it always felt like you were gonna end up here. Like you end up here not by your choice, right? Where like you were always like you ended up here because of happenstance. A bunch of other things had to happen in order for you to get here.
Mm-hmm.
So set up camp or keep moving.
Where you needed to, like, if you played as a human, you had to get betrayed and all that stuff had to happen, and you just happened to stumble into being a Grey Warden. If you're an elf, Duncan steps in and saves you from being executed.
Yep.
Which is dependent on Duncan just being around when that happens. In the dwarf, like if Duncan doesn't show up, the events of that game don't happen, or they happen to someone else. That becomes Alistair's story. Did I get 4 power? I did. Let's get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna go to Valroyo.
I'm way ahead of you right now, aren't I, Dan?
Next I died when I fell.
Nice.
I'm coming.
Well, hopefully if I keep running, you'll just get caught up with me.
Well, if there's no Inquisition, I don't know what I would say the role of the next character would be. I think like that's kind of the thing about Dragon Age is it's kind of unpredictable as to who you'll be the next time. Like Hawk is such a weird character. Like especially when you consider like Hawk was originally going to be like a vampire.
Was he?
Yeah, that's why there all the promo art has the thing of blood across his face. Hawk was supposed to be a vampire.
Yeah.
And then they decided against it later. But yeah, that was the plan for Hawk. Is he was gonna be a vampire.
Strange.
Yeah.
Hey, boy.
And it's just like this thing where it's like it's hard to predict what they'll make you. It's hard to predict because there's so many like super creative people at BioWare where they'll do whatever they think fits, and I'll give it to them. They've never picked something in one of these games where I went like that doesn't make sense. Like even Andromeda, with all its flaws, I think the rationale behind shit, what's the name, Al?
Oh.
Your main character in Andromeda.
Your kind killed the
Ryder.
Ryder.
The the main the rationale behind Ryder makes perfect sense in context.
Knight Captain. That is not my title. We are not
Yeah, what
Templars
choices he
any
have? He
longer.
has to carry
We are
on the
all
legacy.
part of the Inquisition. And what
That's the
does
only
that
reason he does
mean
everything. He's like, what
exactly?
choice do I have? My
Back
father
already,
sacrificed
Johnson?
his life for me to
Haven't
be
you
here
done
for us
enough?
to find a better hope
I'm
for
curious,
humanity. I have
Commander,
no
as
choice.
to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
I think I'm gonna go to Valroyo and then I'm gonna wrap up for the night because I've been up all day. I've been up since like 8 and then I moved stuff.
Isn't it
And
fucking 1 a.m. your time?
no, it's just about midnight right now. I'm an hour behind
Oh,
you.
so you're out behind us.
Yeah.
You are close to the right time zone. Just won everybody over. Fuck it.
Yeah, basically, fuck it.
Yeah, it's the natural way for that to go is stopping because like the weird thing about the Dread Wolf is that it is a character that like is prior to this game is spoken of in
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At
in
the moment,
text
Chantry's only
and
strength is
through
that they are
Merrill,
united
and
in
that's it. Where like
and we should ignore
Yep.
the
Merrill is
danger to the
constantly invoking the
Let us
name of the
pray.
Dread Wolf.
What can they do? Is just
Yep.
Don't underestimate
But nothing
the
ever
power
comes of it.
their
It's like,
words.
oh, that's just
And
an
every
old
mob
dead
will do
thing
you
in
just
her
as quickly as
culture.
Blade.
Okay.
I will go with her.
Yeah, like you're never meant to like
Provide
really
names.
focus on the name
But
until
why?
it comes up in
Until it comes up,
Inquisition.
What choice
and
do
it
we
comes
have
up in a
when we
quest
want?
here, and it's
Right
never
now, we
really
can't
mentioned
approach
again until the
anyone for
ending.
help with the breach.
Yep. Oh, it's like it's a name you know, but you don't care about it right now.
Once they are ready,
Right.
we will see this through.
God damn it.
Alright, we're going to Valroyo.
The last level of Destiny 2 is fucking like graphically and like where it is fucking nuts. Like it is like a sight to fucking behold.
The city still mourns to impress me, Varric.
My Lady Herald.
You're one of Leliana's people. What have you found?
The Chantry mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
In short, we're fucked.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side.
Basically, the whole thing's like, yeah, we're
I
fucked.
think that's where the Templars intend to
In
meet
short,
you.
he's just gonna destroy everything and
Only
everyone.
one thing to do.
Like, yeah, they're gonna blow up our sun.
Tevinter. Yeah, I'm excited to go to Tevinter because that's a Tevinter's a location that you've never been able to go to. You've always just heard like, oh, Tevinter, Tevinter, Tevinter. I mean, it's like Valroyo in this game, where prior to this game,
Someone went into the forest
like
to free us.
everyone talks about Valroyo, and you got the Chantries in Valroyo, and you gotta go do all this, and you get to like go here, and it's like I like Valroyo's setup. Like it feels like it's from a different game. Like it looks so visual because of all the blue and white and red. Like it's so colorful. Also, it's so French.
Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of her murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called
Am I
Herald
angry
of
face?
Justice,
Zavala?
claiming to
Very
rise
angry.
where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet. The Maker would say no
Like,
else
I'm
in
not
our
shocked.
hour.
Claim. I wasn't sent here by Andraste or the Maker. I am
Also, this game's story is super abrupt.
Yeah, to venture being Italy makes sense,
It's true.
especially when you look like Dorian.
Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
After you have fucking Doritos on your arms. Make me laugh.
They blow up.
That lady getting punched in the face never gets old to me.
It's just then Marcus likes ladies getting punched in the face.
No, she's just like, she's talking all this shit. She's like, oh yeah, these guys are gonna put you away for good, and you just clocks her for no reason.
You will not address me.
And then he proceeds to be like a wild dickhead. But like...
Creating a heretical movement.
Can we look at this guy that's staring at this character's ass?
Oh right, this guy is like Cassandra's boss.
You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear.
I'm sure you'll find out
fucking
more.
robot?
I think you'll
I think
get
it's
like
'cause he
another
is a robot.
Canary party member
Only destiny here that demands respect
who'll tell you some more
is
cool stuff.
mine.
Cause like
If you're not here to help the Chantry, then you just came to make speeches.
but I think that
I came to see what frightens old women so, and to laugh.
I don't know if there's that much left that they've come up with about the Kunari. I kind of like them as like this mysterious group of people. Like,
Yep.
like I kind of like the Kunari as like those guys that nobody really knows anything about and everybody kind of stays clear with.
We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition less than nothing. Templars, Val Royo is unworthy of our protection. We march.
It's a good Best Friends Cast podcast name. By good, I mean it's not good at all.
Oh.
I'm checking it right now.
I'm not even gonna read it out loud.
Fortunately, the Templars aren't our only hope.
I wouldn't write them off too quickly. There must be those in the Order who see what you become. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
That guy is in fact a demon. I forgot about that. So I kind of want to wrap up here because we're at a solid location where we can move to another stuff. I know you get the letter from Red Jenny here, so we're gonna start the. I think next time I play this, I'm gonna start the quest to go hang out with Sarah. I'm gonna keep playing this because I do like this game a lot. I like talking about it. I like playing it. I like the idea of this being player advantage after dark. And it's just nonsense. Us talking about nonsense.
Yes. Very good.
So on the next time we play this, it'll probably be later this week. But till then, it'll be, you know, it's been real. Keep it locked here. Follow all the stuff. We'll catch y'all later. I don't remember how to end the stream, so we're sitting here for a second.